Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class C motorhome value from Parkway RVs. And I got a lot of requests for a smaller, affordable Class C, and that's normally a very hard thing to find, but we found it. A local unit. This came out of the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, so this is not something that's been up north or anything like that. This is a 2000 model Coachmen Leprechaun. 2000 Leprechaun, the model number is a 265 RBS. It's 26 foot 9 inches at its longest point, bumper to bumper, so it's under the 27 foot that everybody's looking for. Got a huge slide out on it. In very nice condition. It's only got 69,000 miles. It's only got 476 hours on the 4 kW generator. The people have taken excellent care of this RV. I don't see any delamination on it. The tires are about a year old. They've got maybe 2,000 miles on them. The dash air's cold, roof air's cold. So far, everything I've touched on it works. And it's a wide body too. The Leprechaun is, I believe, 8 foot 4 inches wide, where the Catalina Sport's 7 foot 9 wide. So you got more space on the inside. And I'm going to point out one unique feature that you see in 1 out of 100 used Class C's. And probably the only one you're going to find in this price range with this feature. This unit has got the optional hydraulic leveling jacks. That's right, folks. Same kind of jacks they put on a Class A motorhome. You see them in very few Class C's. This has got them, and they work. I've already been playing with them. So it's got the 4-point hydraulic leveling jacks, HWH. Backup camera works great. Got a 5,000 pound hitch on the back. 4 kW Onan running right now, powering everything up inside. Awning. Folks, and that's not a misprint on the price. This is an actual, all of this motorhome for $19,900. And normally when you hear the word affordable used class motorhome, you're thinking project, or at least I do. Not with this one. Folks, this thing right here is just in amazing condition for the year, and especially for the price. Got a big super slide out on it. And if you get cramped and you want a small RV but you want big space, you're going to love the inside of this one. It has got a massive interior space and living area, and I'll show you why when we go inside. Cab over looks great. Like I said, hand-cooked tires. And you can see they're about a year old and they just look fantastic. Triton V10 450 chassis. It's got the wider wheelbase, which is what you want. 6.8 liter Triton V10, 305 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque, and 5,000 pound towing capacity. Will tow a runabout pretty much, or a boat or a little car or anything you want to put behind it pretty easily. All fiberglass sides. You can see no sagging. You always want to look in the cab over, see if you see any sagging anywhere. It has none of that. Of course, Coachmen's been around since 1964. One of the oldest companies still building motorhomes today. Of course, 2009 they were bought by Forest River, but they're still being made today. Same factory. This unit's got the Ride Right by Firestone adjustable airbags. Got the power step. A little outside entertainment center. Got speakers. If you listen to your radio on the inside, you can play it out here, and TV hookups, and a 12-volt hookup too. Open the door. Step works great. Now, folks, this is a 2000 model. It is 19 years old, so it's not perfect. But my gosh, folks, for the price, how can you complain? Let's look inside. I'll show you anything I see that you may need to know about. First thing, when you first walk in, folks, they've obviously had a welcome mat here for years, and it may not even show up on the video. But it's got a little yellow stain, the perfect size of a welcome mat. That's yellowed the linoleum in here. That's it. I mean, that's all I see, at least right here, and I'll show you what else I see. But I'm just making you aware of that. I know that's trivial when it comes to a almost 20-year-old motorhome, but like I said, one thing I'm known for is I point out the good and the bad, unlike other people that advertise and do videos on YouTube. Now folks, up here, the passenger seat has a few little nicks in it. Right here's one. And right here, I don't know if somebody put something hot right here, or if somebody had something in their pocket, or maybe they had a cat or something in here that scratched it. I don't know. There's no smoke or pet odors in here though, I can tell you that. We did just install new carpet throughout this entire RV. Didn't really need it, but it was getting a little faded looking. Up here in the front cab, somebody's added a backup camera that works. Of course, here's those hydraulic leveling jacks. That's several $1,000s if you put it on an existing RV now. And it was several $1,000s when this was new. Got a little CB radio, which I know is obsolete now. Power windows, power locks, heated power mirrors, no check engine lights, no brake lights, no warning lights. Got one of the coldest dash airs I've ever seen in a Ford at idle. Of course, driver's seat's perfect. There's nothing to worry about there. And you can turn it on here, and we're sitting at idle, and I had it on there earlier. It got down to the 30s. Look at that, folks. And it's not a cool day outside either. It's about 80 something outside, 84, 85 degrees right now, so it's pretty warm, but that dash air is doing a great job. And plus the roof air is ice cold too, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But clean cab area, windshield's perfect. Up here in the cab over, you got a queen bed. One little spot here in the corner, and it's not soft. It's not wet, it's not soft. That may have been from a previous leak that could have happened 10, 15 years ago. But it's solid as they come. There's nothing to worry about, but I don't want anybody to panic. Another thing you can look for stains on the curtains, for water stains. Especially when it's got windows up here. None of these curtains have stains. Something the previous owners have done, they've got an HD TV. They took the original TV out, put a panel right here, which was a CRT, put an HD TV, and they put a 350 watt inverter, which is on right now, and that's what it's hooked to. And the reason they did that is so they can watch TV without running the generator when they're traveling. And that's why the generator's only got 476 hours on it, because that dash air is so cold, and you got the TV, and of course you can run your fridge on gas. You know, you don't have to have the generator on if it's just a couple of people. Now, if you had a family in here, of course, yeah, you want to run the generator so that you can cool the entire RV off, because pretty much past this sofa, that dash air is worthless. But it does work. It's cold. The roof air is cold. Generator runs great. And look at this floor plan, folks. Now, I know you're giving up a stationary bed. And that may be a big deal from some of you. Some of you, it may not matter, because you can still sleep 6 in here. But you've got just a huge living area right here. I mean, this has got the living area of a 35-foot motorhome and under 27 feet. Because you're not having to waste 8, 10 foot of space for that bedroom. You've got the full 27 foot for living and sleeping. This right here is going to be your main bed, and it actually makes a queen bed. It's a nice thick mattress that's your master bed. Of course, you got your queen bed on top too. Table booth folds down, makes a bed. Of course, I've got a factory sales brochure in here. And if you go to my website, parkwayrvcenter.com, or if you're on YouTube, go down to the video description. It'll be on the first paragraph. I'll have a link to the website, my used Class C page. Just click on that, and it'll take you to, and you can search this Leprechaun and click on it, and that'll be available in PDF, as well as pictures, specs, and much more. Look at this kitchen, folks. Look at this stovetop. People never cook. I don't think this thing's ever been cooked on. Look at these stainless steel burners. You know, as they get hot and they get used a little bit, they get discolored. Nothing like that. Oven. Look at that, folks. I know that's a period correct oven, but by gosh, if I didn't know better, I'd say that was been replaced, but it hasn't. That's the style oven that was used back in 2000. Double stainless sink. I mean, a couple of covers for your vents. I mean, everything in this, folks, looks great. This brand new carpet we put in here looks great. And it's got one of the biggest bathrooms you've seen in any Class C. Adjustable shelf pantry. Refrigerator. Haven't had it on very long, so I know the fridge isn't the temperature, but at least I can show you the freezer is working. And we're already at 28 degrees. Now, if I wanted to leave this on for another 4 or 5 hours, then the fridge and the freezer would be cold. But you can see it's clean, and I guarantee you folks, the freezer works 99.9% of the time. The fridge works. What it does, it gets cold up here first, and then the coldness circulates to these fins right here to the fridge, and that's what takes them so long. It takes 6 to 8 hours to get a RV fridge to operating temperature, and you can speed it up a little bit by running it on gas instead of electric. You might save a couple hours, but when you run on gas, you almost double the BTU of the cooling unit in the fridge. But look at this bathroom, and of course, I like this, so you can separate the bathroom while you're getting ready. But look back here at the size of this bathroom, folks. Wow. I mean, you can throw a dance in here if you wanted to. Big shower, glassed-in garden shower. Stickers, still in good shape in it, so that means it obviously hasn't been used a lot of. Skylight looks good. Of course, I know it's hard to really tell, but looking around it, folks, I see no signs of water damage, anything like that. Got a 6'6" tall ceiling. Interior height. Look at all this right here, folks. Tons of space in here to get ready, and huge closet right here. Huge closet. Now they got a lock on it. There's your closet. Big hanging closet, which I know people don't really carry suits and dresses when they go camping anymore, but at least you can put your nicer clothes in there and not get it all wrinkled up. And you look back here, private water closet. Everything looks good in here. Magazine rack. This right here is where they put in see, this thing probably didn't originally come with a backup camera, since most people really don't need one with this small of a motorhome, but somebody's wired up a backup camera, so that's where it goes to it. But they did a good job. And you can't expect to look at a 2000 model and be 100% all original, folks. People always customize them to suit their needs just a little bit. But this thing's about 99% original. Like I said, the camera's been added. Got a CB radio that's been added. TV's been changed out. It's got a DVD player back here, which I haven't put a DVD in, but it does power up. So, and the door opens and closes, so chances are it probably works. But yeah, folks. And I know this isn't a $60,000 motorhome. It's not priced to be one. It's a very affordable price motorhome that probably won't last more than a few days. It's $19,900, folks. And for what I've seen out there in this price range, a lot of junk. This one's nice. So far, the only thing I found, I've got one bulb that's burnt out right over the dinette right here that won't come on. But I've already spent some time in here. All the day-night shades work. Look at these seats. I mean, they're not worn down. They're not bent out of shape like somebody big's been sitting on them a long time. You know, the couch is not sagging. I mean, this has been a well cared for little motorhome, folks. And at 26'9", that's as small as you're going to get and still be comfortable. And this is a very comfortable motorhome, folks. Ducted air, that's a 13,500 BTU unit. 30,000 BTU furnace, which is ducted, runs off propane. Got a remote control, thermostatic control, fantastic vent fan in the cab over, which is smart. That way when it gets so hot in here, it opens up automatically, vents the hot air out, and closes. So that'll definitely help it when you store it. Well, wow. It's a lot of motorhome for under 20 grand, folks. It really is. This one won't last long. I've get so few motorhomes that I can sell for under 20 grand that I can personally say is a nice motorhome, and this is one of them. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to sell this to anybody I know, family, friends, whoever. This is a nice motorhome. If you come up and look at it, I can promise you're not going to be disappointed, especially if you've been looking at several other motorhomes in this 19.9 price range with a slide. I mean, this thing's got decent miles, low hours on the generator, everything on it so far I've touched works. And we're going to take it one step further, folks, at $19,900, which we call our option A, haggle-free price. We're going to go through this RV. Now, we've already checked the major systems. We've checked the jacks, the slides, the running and driving. We've checked the fridge, the TV, the lights, and of course the roof air. But we're going to take it one step further. We're going to check your propane system. We're going to check your awning, all your outside bays, make sure they're clean, make sure everything works there. You got all your keys. Of course, you saw the step work earlier. We're going to make sure all your lights work. Like I said, you got one bulb burnt out. We're going to check your oven, microwave, stovetop, refrigerator on gas and electric. And of course, we'll double check everything. Here's all your remote controls, by the way, for your TV and DVD player. And I'm on antenna right now too, by the way, so you know the digital antenna works great. We're going to check all that and more. And if you want a copy of everything that we inspect and repair if needed for the price you pay and what all we cover and what we don't cover, contact my sales department at 706-965-7929 or email them at sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. They'll be happy to email you over a list of everything that we inspect and repair if needed. Even though this is a 19-year-old motorhome for under 20 grand, which is the price that you're going to pay for a decent travel trailer, a used travel trailer, you're getting a self-contained motorhome with slide jacks and generator and much more for what you're going to spend on a late model used travel trailer. And this will go a whole lot more places than a travel trailer will, and you don't have to have a vehicle to tow it. But if you want a copy of that list, and of course anything we find on that list that does not function, we're going to replace it, repair it, and no expense will be spared. No matter what it costs, everything on that list will work flawlessly. Even if we lose money on the deal, you're guaranteed that $19,900 price, folks. We're not going to go up on the price just because we spent more than we intended to checking it out. I mean, whatever it takes to check it out, that's on us. The price to use $19,900, and you're going to get a nice motorhome for that price. This is a size perfect for state parks, older campgrounds that have limited number of spaces for bigger RVs. You know, most of the time 32, 33 foot, 34 foot and under, and this is even better because you can, just about any campsite can accommodate a under 27 foot motorhome. And this is perfect for that. Perfect for getting out on weekends and getting out on day trips. Folks, a full-size van's like 21, 22 feet long. And this is 5 foot longer than a full-size van. 5 feet. 5 feet, measure out 5 feet on a tape measure, set it down and look at it. It's an insignificant distance. But look at what you get. Look at these little Class B vans that are 21 feet long and compare it to this, 5.5, 6 feet longer, and triple the room. It's crazy how it works, folks, but I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing what RV designers and engineers can do with a few extra feet of space. I mean, to me, it doubles it or more. And this is something a big man can use like myself. I'm 6'4", 280. You know, I go inside those little vans. I can't stand up straight. I'm bumping my head, bumping my shoulders on everything. The bathroom's useless to a person my size. Something like this I can use very comfortably. In fact, one of my second Class C motorhome had a very similar layout to this, but without the slide. And it was also a Coachmen as well. Of course, it was several years older than this. But I loved it because you can get out on Sundays, ride around, weekend trips. You know, you don't have to have a motorhome like this. You don't have to go out on long trips if you don't want to. It's small enough, easy enough to use. You can take it to the lake for Saturday night and Sunday and come back. Very easy to operate. Like I said, jacks are right there. It's easy to level up. Push a button, your slide goes out, and plug it up. plug your sewer and your water up, and you're good to go. 19.9, and please come look at this RV, folks. You're going to be impressed. Like I said, I know it's not perfect. It is 19 years old. It's a used RV, but my gosh, folks, it's priced right. Especially considering how high and scarce used motorhomes are now that are in good shape. 706-965-7929. This is what you get, 19.9. We're going to do that inspection. Anything wrong with it, we're going to fix it. That's on our list. My cleaning crew will get a hold of it after that, clean it up inside and out for you. Then my service manager, Gordy, will come out then and do his final walkthrough, and if he's happy with the mechanical condition and how clean everything is, we don't cover cosmetics, folks. We can't cosmetically make a 19-year-old motorhome new. So stuff like that passenger seat, you can have it fixed. You can have it put a cover over it, or just use it like it sits. It's not going to hurt nothing. Stuff like that, that's just part of buying used, folks. And I mean this, folks. Of course, I had the exception the other day for those of you who subscribe to my channel, but generally, there's no such thing as a like new used RV. That term does not exist. I had the exception to the rule the other day. I had a 2017 model fifth wheel that was used, but it never been used. Still had the plastic wrappers on everything. But when I say that's an exception to that, that's pretty much the only one I've ever seen. But like I said, folks, you're not buying this to be a like new used RV. You're not buying it to be a new RV. You're buying it to be a clean, nice 19-year-old used motorhome with a slide. 69,113 miles. Drives great. Almost new tires on it. Dash air's cold, roof air's cold. Wow. But the way it works, folks, is after you purchase this RV, it goes in line to get checked out, and after we check it, repair anything that it needs on the list, and clean it, and service manager does his walkthrough, he's going to call you. Of course, he'll lock it up when he's done with his walkthrough, keep everybody out of it. Then he will call you, set up an appointment for you to come pick up your new to you RV. When you arrive here at the appointed time, a tech that checked it out knows it better than anybody is going to spend some quality one-on-one time with you. Go over this motorhome with you, show you everything on that list, which you should already have by that point because you called ahead and got it, right? But anyway, he'll go over that list with you, check off every system that, as he shows you it works, and he'll answer any questions you have about the unit, give you tips, tricks, and pointers. Any repairs he had to make, he'll do that as well. And answer and help you hook your runabout up if you're going to tow something back behind it. It's already got a 5,000-pound hitch. And after he's done with all that, folks, have you sign the check-off sheet saying that everything works to your satisfaction. And we're also going to give you 21 nights of free camping, good up to be used in a 12-month period, up to 7 nights at a time. That's $1,000 of free camping. That's also included. Very nice campgrounds. I've stayed there myself in my own personal motorhome. And you're going to get a starter kit with a 5-gallon bucket with all the sewer hoses and water hoses and pressure reducers and stuff that no other dealership gives you, and that's included with it. About an $80 item. And we give you instructional DVDs to watch in here if you wanted to, or at home. That's also included. And you get a drive-out tag and more. That's a lot of stuff, folks, for only $19.9. And it's not $19.9 plus a bunch of after-sales fees. It's $19.9 plus applicable sales tax. If you got a question how much your sales tax will be, when and where you have to pay it, whether it's to us or to your local DMV office, every state has different sales tax laws, different rates. And sometimes they even vary on how you pay for it, if it's cash, trade, or finance. So please don't assume anything with that. Call ahead, tell the salesperson where you live, how you're paying for it. He'll give you a estimated sales tax amount, so there's no surprises for anybody. Because everybody pays sales tax, folks. That's the price we pay for living in this great country. I don't agree with charging sales tax on used vehicles, but I'm not the government. I have no control over that. And believe me, folks, we don't make profit on that. The sales tax we charge is what we have to send into the state in your behalf. But anyway, folks, like I said, the best way to get the process started to get this RV in your driveway is to pick up a phone, 706-965-7929. That number's answered 24/7 after business hours. Our answering service picks it up. If they know basic information, if they can't help you, they will get your contact info, forward it to our sales team, our non-commissioned sales department, who will call you back the next business day. And of course, during business hours, which is 9 to 6 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Saturday Eastern Time. Of course, we're closed Sunday, Faith and Family Day. My salespeople can talk to you, answer any questions you have about it. If they can't find out the answer, they'll find out. If you go to my website, parkwayrvcenter.com, again, you'll find that PDF sales brochure from the factory. You'll find specs, pictures, trade-in, appraisal forms. If you've got a trade-in, I'll have credit applications. Financing, even though it's an older motorhome, folks, is available with approved credit and minimum down payment. Now, traditionally, it's 10% cash or trade equity with excellent credit, but this is an older motorhome. Banks want you to have a little bit more than 10%. You may have to pay 25, 30, 40%. I don't know till we send it in and see what they say. We're at the mercy of the banks just like you are. So be prepared. You know, if you aren't prepared to pay that much down, you may want to contact your bank, credit union, finance company, and see what kind of programs they can offer you on this 2000 model Coachmen Leprechaun. And we'll be happy to send them over any paperwork or documentation they need to service a loan in your name. Either way you go, folks, you're going to get a nice motorhome. Trade-ins are accepted. Nationwide delivery is available. Give us a call, 706-965-7929. We're family owned and operated for 50 years, folks. This is a nice motorhome. Give us a call. Don't let it get away. Please call before coming to look to make sure it's available. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call and a credit card, and it's off the market. So please keep that in mind. Call ahead, even if it's online. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in beautiful Ringo.